this to show. Okay, good evening. Firstly, thanks for joining us this evening for the Harbour to Harbour 2025 race briefing. So firstly, I'd like to thank our sponsors, KFC, Orca, Fluid Lines, Sportsman's Warehouse, Crystal Beach Hotel, Nutritech, Magsons. Without our sponsors, we wouldn't really be able to put this event on. But I also need to thank all of you for entering and registering this year, as we are sold out this year. So thank you very much for your support. So for those of you who've done the event before, it will probably be sort of much of a muchness, same because the system works. But for those of you who are new, just listen. It might seem like a lot of information, but as you go through it, it will kind of make sense. So firstly, all the information is available on our website. So if you just go to fluidlines.co.za and then go to events and then to Harbour, you will find the race day schedule, information about the event, and the race day information. So I'm going to focus on race day information and the swim routes this evening. So if we look at race information, firstly, we will be having race registration at our office in Strand on Friday from 12 to 5. In actual fact, that's 12 to 6 should be.
You can carry on.
And if you are local, we would suggest that you come and register then. It just allows us to minimize the load on Sunday morning for people that need to register. You are able to register for more than just yourself, as long as you just come along with their name and surname and some of their details, so that we can just confirm that we're giving you the correct registration. We will then also be having registration at Crystal Beach Hotel on Saturday afternoon from 4 till 6 for those who are staying over or who are local and couldn't register on Friday. And then again on Sunday morning from 7 till 8:30 at Crystal Beach Hotel. The links to both locations are available on the site, as you can see. So when you arrive at the hotel, you need to come through the main entrance of the hotel, or if you come from the boardwalk and look for the conference entrance, we will have people guiding you, but it's in the conference area where we will have registration set up. So it's near the boat that is inside the hotel. So it should be easy enough to find. There will be signs pointing you to registration. Then there are bathroom facilities at both the starts of the event, so in either Gordons Bay Harbour or at Harbour Island. And the other thing is, if you register on either Friday or Saturday, your hand needs to be marked for timing, because we do the timing manually. So you will need to come at race morning and have your number put on. So you need to arrive with either knowing your number or with your bag with your number on, so that we can write your number on your right hand for you. I will go through a little bit more on water safety, but basically we will have water safety officers, 4 boats as well on the water. But please bear in mind that none of these are there to guide the swimmers. They are there to look after you. They are moving up and down the line of swimmers. Remember, if you cannot see a water safety officer, it doesn't mean that they can't see you. So just bear in mind, you need to follow the marked course. More on that later, but not following any one of the water safety officers or boats. So the parking at Crystal Beach we would like to ask you to first use the green area for parking, and then the overspill will go to the red area. So there's ample parking between the green and the red area to fulfill all the vehicles. Okay, so the green area is this area, and this is where the race start and finish is, just for reference. And registration is round about here somewhere. So if you arrive and walk into the front of the hotel, you'll walk there. If you decide to walk around the boardwalk, you need to walk in and find the registration in the middle of the hotel area. So you will receive a goodie bag, which you can utilize as your race morning bag for us to keep your warm clothes that you have, a towel, your keys, etc. I would suggest leaving your valuables like phones and wallets in your car. So if you're swimming the 1.6 kilometer, you need to start the swim at Gordons Bay Harbour. So you will be able to drop your bag there with us, and we will transfer your bag back where you'll be able to collect it when you exit the swim. If you're doing the 3 kilometer, you can leave your bag at the start of the 3 kilometer and once again collect your bag at the end of the 3 kilometer. Where you will do the bag drop off is in the ski boat club at the slipway of Harbour Island. You can only leave the goodie bag provided, as we will have a number on that bag for you. So don't bring your own bag or a plastic drum or a tub or whatever it is, because that will be difficult for us to keep track and keep it in place. So please only use the goodie bag with the tag provided to drop your clothing off. There's enough space to put in the amount of stuff that I said. So the weather so far looks really good for Sunday morning. Might be a light breeze blowing. It is at around about mid-tide. High tide I think is at just before 7 in the morning, 6:45. So you'll be swimming on a mid-tide, which should be good. It will be going out, so that is a good thing to keep the swell at bay, but the swell is very small. So there we will have a race briefing at 8:45 at both Gordons Bay Slipway and Harbour Island Slipway, which is then 15 minutes before the start of the 3 kilometers at Harbour Island. The swim from Gordons Bay, the 1.6, will start between 10 and 15 minutes after the swim starts at Harbour Island. And the reason for that is, the reason for the time difference firstly is weather dependent. So if, like last year, the weather conditions were absolutely smooth and the swimming was fast, we needed to start the 1.6 kilometer at 9:10. If it is a little bit slower going, we will start you somewhere between there and 1:15. And the reason is so that we can merge the swimmers into a bigger group to allow for closer monitoring from the water safety team. So if we go and do the 1 kilometer swim from Gordons Bay first, as you can see, from the swim route, you will all congregate on the slipway. Andrew will give you any last minute briefing, updates or changes that there might be. And then he will ask you at a certain point to get into the water, and you will swim around the jetty into a position in front of the NSRI club, from where he will then set you off. On this image, it looks like you make a 90-degree left turn and a 90-degree right turn to swim out. It's not exactly like that, but it's just to illustrate that you need to make a slight movement to your left and then to your right to exit the harbour. As you exit the harbour, the mouth is silted up. Although we will be at mid-tide, I'm not sure it will be that shallow, but if you do find yourself having to walk out of the harbour, don't be alarmed. As you exit the harbour, you will need to angle towards the left to make your way to the first big yellow orca buoy, which you need to pass on your right shoulder. You will then swim straight to the second buoy, which is again a right shoulder turn, and you will swim through the starboard and port markers for the harbour entrance into Harbour Island and swim dead straight through the harbour mouth. Now it is a little bit difficult to see with the black harbour wall and the wall over here, the harbour entrance, so we will have some pom-pom girls on the tip of the harbour wall giving you a reference for some movements. There will be marker buoys in between these buoys. They might not be 100% in line with these buoys because it's difficult to set that if there is a bit of a swell running, because we need to leave some slack on the rope. But you do not need to swim past them on any side. They are purely sighting buoys. So you can, as long as you're swimming past them, that is fine. You only need to swim right shoulder, yellow buoy, right shoulder, yellow buoy, and when you get into the harbour entrance, there will be another buoy where you will make a right turn and swim to the exits. At the exit, we will ask to check your number, which we will call out for the timekeeper, and your timing will be recorded. You will receive your medal, and you can then go and collect your bag. In your goodie bag, you will receive a swim cap. It's compulsory to wear that swim cap for the swim. Please, it's part of the sponsorship, and also they are bright colored so that we can be 100% sure that we see you. So if there are any questions, please jot them down in the comment section. If not, you can always come and ask us at race registration, and we will also be able to answer anything on WhatsApp. And on that note, if you could please join the WhatsApp group. It's a very easy way for us to give any last minute updates that there might be with regards to any changes or any information we need to share with you. And if you're only doing the 1 kilometer swim, please don't log off now, because there is some additional information for you after this. So the 3 kilometer swim is basically follows the same rules. You drop your bag off at the slipway. We will give you the race briefing, and then we will get you into the water and set you off at 9 o'clock sharp. You will swim out the harbour mouth, and you will exit that buoy that will be in the harbour make on your left shoulder, and that's the only buoy you will do on your left shoulder. And the whole idea for that is just to make sure that you do not swim too close to the harbour wall in case there is a bit of swell running, which could push the slower swimmers against the harbour wall. So please just bear in mind that it's a marker buoy, but it's also for safety. And then you will make a left turn kind of and swim in the direction of Gordon's Bay, and you will turn right shoulder on this yellow marker buoy, and then another right shoulder turn on this yellow marker buoy. This is the same buoy that the 1.6 kilometer swimmers are going to swim around. So you will be merging around this area. You will then make another right shoulder turn, and once again a right shoulder turn into the harbour, again around the yellow buoy, which will be here, and then to the finish. And along here and along here we will have some sighting buoys for you to be able to swim on, but you do not need to swim past them with any you can swim past any side, that is. Okay, so it's kind of relatively simple. So once again, if there are any questions, please ask us. Then the cutoff for the swim is 11 o'clock, and after that we will do the relay. And the relay is a 4x400 relay. You can register on the day. There are limited entries available still for the teams for relay. So it'll be on a first come first serve basis. And I will explain this again on the day, but each swimmer will be given a colored band. So first, second and third swimmer You can only have one swimmer in at a time because we are using the pontoon jetties of Harbour Island, and we cannot have 50 people standing on the jetty. It just cannot float that many people. So you need to come in as the first swimmer. Once that swimmer is off, the second swimmer can come in. Once the first swimmer exits, the third swimmer can go in. And once that swimmer exits, the last swimmer can go in, so that you always only have one swimmer in the water waiting to change over or on the jetty at a time. Once again, please, this is absolutely critical. If we find that we have more than one swimmer in a team in this area at any one time, we can disqualify you, because if we don't follow this rule, we're not going to be able to run the relay anymore. And also, once again, please, no jumping off the jetty into the water in the harbour. There are sharp objects, and by the time we do the relay, we'll be close to low tide. So please just climb down the ladder and into the water. So the relay looks like this. It starts in front of Crystal Beach Hotel. You will swim around this main island, around a buoy, around a buoy, around a buoy, and back to this buoy. You will tap your swimmer. The second swimmer will go. Your first swimmer will exit, and the third swimmer can then come down, and you follow that process round and round and round. And then we are at the finish at the end of the fourth swimmer touching.
He's asked about the shot. Can we just show where it will be? Do you want to? I don't want to do that at the end.
So I've had a question from Carl Besagnote regarding a shuttle service. We do have a shuttle service limited for a number of people. It will be also on a first come first serve basis. So Andrew's putting on the screen now. It'll be in front of the slipway at the start of the 3 kilometer or at the finish. You can collect a shuttle there, and it will take you across to Gordons Bay.
Okay.
Sorry. What I don't hit is register on Sunday and start at Gordons Bay. About 30 minutes later, I'm expected to drive and park there. So, Andre, you can register on Sunday at Crystal Beach, and you can catch a lift with the shuttle, or you can drive to Gordons Bay and park there, but then you will have to find a way to get yourself back to Gordons Bay, because we might not have a shuttle service running to get you back there at the end of the race. But if you're unclear about that, just come and ask us at registration. But if you can register on Sunday, the earlier the better. You'll be able to get a shuttle lift across to Gordons Bay. So then when we come to swim routes, so the swim routes are what we went through, but I want to go through plan B. So in case there is heavy winds and we cannot allow you to swim in the bay, we have a plan B to swim in the canals. I'm quite confident that we're not going to have a need to use that, but I just need to let you know. So everybody will start at the start finish line, and this is the 1.6 kilometer. You will swim the yellow section to a buoy where you'll make a right turn, to another buoy over here in the canal where you'll make a right turn, and then you will swim in an anti-clockwise direction around this area 2 laps, and then you will come in and finish. That will give you as close as possible to 1.6 kilometers. So once again, start, right turn, then it'll be left shoulder, left shoulder, left shoulder, left shoulder, and then repeat that again, and then you will come in and finish. The 3 kilometer is identical, except you will go right shoulder, and then you will do this swim 4 laps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then come in. So you will all be swimming at the same time. The only areas where you need to be mindful of each other is when you go under the bridge at this point, at the far end of the course, and when you go under the bridge at here before you come back to this main canal. So this is a narrow area and a narrowing area, and that's it. We will have these maps printed and up on the glass walls at race registration. So if you need to ask, just ask one of us and we'll explain it to you. But I'm fairly confident we're not going to need any of those.
And then do race day schedule just to show.
So then there is the 400 meter relay. So once again you can check all of this information on our website. So race day schedule is remembering you can register on Thursday or Saturday, but Sunday morning registration will open at Crystal Beach Hotel at 7 till 8:30. Then you need to get yourself either to Gordons Bay or down to Harbour Islands slipway. Race briefing will be approximately 15 minutes before. Then 9 o'clock sharp we will start the 3 kilometer swim. So everybody was nicely on time last year. We actually were 5 minutes ahead of schedule. So thanks once again to everybody. But I'm going to try do the timing a little bit different this year, so I don't keep you standing around waiting once I've given you all the info. Once again, the swim will start at Gordons Bay 10 to 15 minutes after the start of the 3K. 11 o'clock is the cutoff. 11:30 we start the relay. And 12:30 we do the prize giving. Prize giving this year is slightly different. We are offering prizes for top 3 male and female in both the open and junior categories for both distances. So junior is 18 or below. And then there will be some lucky draws. And we've got prizes from Crystal Beach Hotel, which include weekend getaway stays, dinner vouchers, breakfast vouchers. We've got some trophies sponsored by Orca, some caps, t-shirts, safety buoys. We've got lucky draw prizes and vouchers from Sportsman's Warehouse. We have some vouchers from Ivy Bar, and then a whole series of lucky draw prizes from various other people who've given us some information, some products. And there will also be available in the hotel a sauna for those who are a little bit chilly after the swim. It's 80 Rand for 15 minutes, and you can just ask us at registration if you want to register for that. We can point you in the right direction. So if there's anything I've missed, I will be available at both registrations on Saturday and Friday, Saturday to ask, and then again Sunday. Any one of us can help you. So I'm just going to read some of the comments that have come here.
Read it.
So Grant wants to know how much chaos is there in the water for the handover for the swimmer. There's, from the last 4 years of history, Grant, there's hardly any chaos. Basically, you just touch your swimmer and the swimmer swims off.
The person will be in the water.
Because the swimmer needs to be waiting in the water for you to come. So they need to see when you come around. If I just go back onto the screen here, if I go to the swim routes. So what we suggest is when you're doing the relay, that the swimmer on the jetty here looks to see when the swimmer is here and then climbs in the water and waits here. Tap, swim, the other one gets out. So it so far in the last 4 years hasn't really been a huge issue. I think we currently have something like 18 or 19 teams. Grant, yeah, and unfortunately that's just something that you guys will have to figure out. If you don't know each other's swim style, I'm sorry, then you'll just have to wait in the water. But as I said, it hasn't really been an issue in the past, so I'm sure it'll be fine for you.
I'm gonna wait like 5 minutes.
So I will ramble on a little bit in case there are any other questions. Remember, this race briefing will be posted so people can watch it in retrospect. I just see here. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention. Oh, I did actually mention, but I'll mention it again. If you could please join the WhatsApp group, and also please, if you receive a mail from us tomorrow or Saturday or Friday about the event, please don't remove yourself or don't unsubscribe from the list, because it is also on that mail that we will be communicating when the photos are live and the links to the timing, etc. So the timing will be up live, and all of that information is going to be posted to you in the next day or so. So please don't unsubscribe, because then we have to go and resubscribe you so that no one is left without any information. So it doesn't seem as if there are any more questions. So you're always welcome to watch the video in retrospect, and then WhatsApp us any questions, and we will answer those. So I think without further ado, I've kept you half an hour. Thank you very much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you at registration and then on race day, and I hope you have a great swim. Thank you very much.